About
Don't
to,
tell me you had a little thunderstorm or something.
it's a little cloudy over here. It's a little cloudy. But hey,
Oh
man, what's
man,
going on, man? It's Thursday, September 30th, and we back at it again. You know what it is. One half for the man and man. I'm Antoine, but they got my co-host DBut.
yes sir, in the building.
Man, what's good, man? How your week going so far?
Going good, man. Been an eventful week. You know, I don't be traveling much these days, but got up to New York. What was that? Tuesday. Had like a little fireside chat with the captain, Derek Jeter, which was, that's always a cool experience. He just went to Hall of Fame recently, so talked about that and some of his other business ventures. He's a team owner down there in Miami. And then shot over here to Connecticut. Today, we had a big event at the Mohegan Sun Casino and Resort. FanDuel officially opened their sports book here. So sports betting is live in Connecticut, man. So that's a big thing for the state. Obviously, the state I went to college in. So, some dope things, man. What about you, man? How your week going?
Man, we going good, man. Slow motion on my end, man. Taking the kids to school,
Yeah.
getting these workouts in. But happy birthday to the
You
wife,
still on
man.
your? Hey, happy birthday, wifey.
Yeah, wifey birthday today. So, she took a little, staycation last night. So, I had the little ones to myself last night and this morning getting them ready for school. So, that was cool. But all is well.
I hope you hit him with that melatonin.
Nah. No, the oldest two, man. Y'all gotta go take your ass to bed right now. You know what it is.
I
But
hit him with that. Yeah, right. Take these nighttime gummies, these vitamins, babies. Uh-oh. That Hawk net. What'd you say now? Okay.
still on this no meat diet.
Okay. How's that
Water.
going, man? This got to be what? 2-3 weeks now?
Nah, it's week two.
Okay.
Shit, I done dropped 10 pounds, man. So I'm getting back to playing weight. So
Okay.
feeling good, baby.
I'm going the opposite direction. I put on about 3 or 4 intentionally, but I hit you talking about the no meat diet. I hit Michael Jordan's steakhouse last night.
How was
Out
it?
here in Mohegan. It was good. It was quality, man.
Yeah.
He got a steakhouse here in the casino, and then right next to it is like a sports bar, nice sports bar. So a bunch of his memorabilia and stuff like that. But the food was good, though. Food was solid. I will say though, the
What
old
was that?
fashioned was kind of suspect. That's my drink.
Mm.
It was kind of suspect. So if I had a review, I gotta let him know that. And I let him know too. Hey, this ain't old
Okay.
fashioned Woodford. You're not supposed to be able to mess that up. That's supposed to be a safe
Oh,
pick.
nah. Not at all. But look, you say you in Connecticut, man, and it's official out there now. You made the first bet out there in Connecticut, man. Tell her what was that bet, man? What we looking like?
They told me, FanDuel told me I was going to be making the first bet in Connecticut, and
Yeah.
it was 3 of us here. It was me, the governor of Connecticut, Ned, and then Wayne Corbett, obviously a Jets legend, New York Jets legend. So it kind of the governor Ned, he got the first official bet. He placed it
Okay.
on the Connecticut Sun tonight. They played the Chicago Sky in the WNBA playoffs, and then I went second, and I bet on the Patriots money line at home against Tom Brady. I think they're 7-point dogs. Money line was like, plus 245, I believe. So I made that
Okay.
bet, and then I think Corbett, I think he either bet on the win. I think he bet on the win total over for the Jets this year, which was that 3.5. So I told him, man, he's probably gonna be sweating. But shit, that Bucks Patriots game, I feel like it's gonna be a toss-up. It's gonna be a close game, man. I think it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I do too, man. I think it's gonna be a real good one. And shit, while we talking about it, Sunday night football, Bucks
Big one.
at the Patriots. You got Tom Brady going back to Foxborough. You got the Gronk going back. Shit, and you got AB. He had a little stint there too. He going back to
Yeah.
Foxborough too.
They had a little quick stint, a little cup of coffee.
Man, if it was one game on the on the calendar that I looked at before the season, and we had Trent Brown here on the show.
Yep.
And I think you said it before. Trent Brown didn't even know who they was playing the first week, but you knew for sure week 4 Tom Brady was coming back into town. And again, if I could have looked on the schedule and seen one game on it, this is one game I would love to be at. I think the atmosphere is going to be crazy. They're going to show not only 12, but I think they're going to show Gronk a lot of love.
Got to.
And it's just crazy, just, things coming out where, Tom Brady wanted to meet up with Bill Belichick to say goodbye. And Bill was like, you know what, I can't do it now. You know what I'm saying? We can get on the phone call. So with those
unavailable
coming out. So I can't wait for Sunday night. I think Tom and them going in, I think they're gonna put some points up on New England though.
Oh, so you think it's gonna get ugly? Sound like
I don't think it's gonna get ugly for real. Because I think on the flip side, Bill and them is like, look, we can't let Tom and Gronk come in here and show us out. So I think it's gonna be a good game though.
I mean, it's a lot of people on that, on that team, that got a lot of practice against both of those guys. And obviously, those are still, all-time great players, Tom, Gronk. And but Devin McCourty, like those guys, they know what they get. They know Tom better than anybody. Belichick knows Tom better than anybody, and vice versa. So it's gonna come down to who can execute. If I'm a Patriots fan, I'm a Patriots fan on Sunday since I bet on them. So it's really, can Mac Jones bounce back from that Saints? Because that Saints defense came out, handled business. He threw 3 picks. It was a rough one for him. So can he bounce back from that? Tampa Bay, their secondary was banged up against the Rams, and they didn't look good. So, maybe the Patriots can take advantage of that. But I think it's going to be a good game. Like you said, if I was in the building for one game this year, this would probably be one of them. Gillette Stadium is going to be crazy. When he run out and get at, let it go.
Yeah.
That's just going to be crazy. But, yeah, man, I think it's going to be a good game, though. I think it'll be a close one, either way it go. But I know Tom is going to want to put 50 on him. He's going to go in there. And BA going to be like, hey, I'm right there with you, Tom. I'm trying to put 50 on him, too. So it's going to be a good one, man. It's going to be a good one. Now, you think after the game, though, this is what the governor here was talking about. He said after the game, I think it's a prop bet or something like that. Like, do they embrace Belichick and Tom talk? What you think gonna be the post-game interaction?
I think it's gonna be love, man. At one side of me think it's going, Bill, he'll give that one little quick dap up and get out of there. But again, I think it's love. I think it's love on both sides. So I think at the end of the day, 2 grown men that, if it wasn't for, I feel as though if it wasn't for Tom, Bill wouldn't have been as successful as he was as a head coach, and vice versa. You know what I mean? So I think they appreciate each other that much. So I think it'll be an embrace at the end of the game. That's what I would bet on.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. And for me, we both know they are both very sore losers. So if one or the other embarrasses the other one, it probably ain't gonna be that much. It's probably not. But if it's a good game, if it's a close game, both of them being sore losers, I still think they, have some type of. I mean, you got to. They spent all that time together, man, all those games. I hope so. I think that'll be good for the game, good for the fans. But trust me, they both are going to, because you hear it. Was it Bill? Was it Tom? Was it Tom?
Right.
Was it Bill? So each one of them going into that building, trying to make a statement. So I'm excited for it, man. I'm excited for it.
No, I am too, man. This
TV down.
This might be the one, man. This might be the one of the week. I think so. We got a good Monday Night Football matchup, but I think this Sunday night game, man, I think this is going to be one. I know you mentioned Tampa Bay banged up in the secondary. Just coming out, Richard Sherman, he signed with the Bucks. I think it was a $2.25 million one-year deal. How do you feel about this signing? How you feel as though Richard Sherman can come and help the Bucks? do you think he will be? You think he'll be able to come in and help that secondary? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean they need help, and I
Yeah,
definitely think he could come in and help. Smart player. Now coming in, right into what's this week 4? You coming right into week 4. He's been, he hasn't been on the team, training camp, things like that. And no matter how we both know, no matter how much you're working out and drills and all that shit you're doing, getting thrown right into that fire is
different.
it's a completely different ball game. So he is a little older, dealing with some injuries. And if he's out there, they're gonna have to kind of tailor that scheme, a little differently. I wouldn't put him out there on the island from day one. But he's, an all-time great Hall of Fame player when he's
Mm-hmm.
done. So he'll figure it out. Smart defensive coordinator with Todd Bowles, who's also gonna be able to figure it out. And he'll be, probably 2 weeks into his stint there with the Bucs. I'm sure we'll see him communicating and getting some other guys lined up back there, and that's what they need in that Tampa secondary right now. So I'm happy for Sherman, though. Happy to see him back. In the league. Obviously, we saw, the issue with whatever he had off the season, but he's had a long career where he's been, a stand-up, like one of those great faces for the league. So I'm happy to see him back in the league.
Now, for sure, like you said, man, definitely future Hall of Famer. Done some great things inside the lines, man. One of the leaders of the Legion of Boom out there, went to San Fran, and had some play some good ball out there as well. So
Got to a Super Bowl, yep.
Yeah. So good to see him, man. Good to see him out there. Hopefully he can go out there and have an immediate impact. Like you said, they definitely need him back there in that secondary. And like you said, just being that vocal leader. He's done it year in and year out at a very, very, very high level. So definitely happy to see Sherm out there, man.
He said Tom gave him that call. He was like, hey, you in shape, man? Like, it's good. Brought him up out of there. So it's going to be good. We'll see. We shall see.
Yeah.
It could go the other way. It could be ugly.
And it can, but we're gonna put some positive energy out there in the atmosphere, and hopefully, my man grab on to that shit. Well, sure, what else we got, man? We got Thursday night football tonight.
Oh, it's a stinker.
We got the Jacksonville Jaguars at Cincinnati, man. Cincinnati's a 7.5-point favorite. Trevor Lawrence.
I got to bet on it. I'm here. I'm at a sports book, so I got to bet on this one. And I think the Jags might get
Don't get too crazy now like that.
They got to win at some point. They got to win a game at some point.
Not week 4. When we went 0-14 with the Colts that year, that's the same thing we were saying. Oh, we got to win at some point.
Hold on, you lagged up out of there for about 15 seconds. You said what now? So
I said, look, we was 0-14, and we were saying the same thing. We got to win 1 week.
0-14, bro. That got to be. Man, what was it like? What was y'all record the year before, matter of fact? Well, that was the year, obviously, Peyton got hurt. So the year before,
0-14, that was what, 12?
That was 2000. No, that was 2011 that y'all were 0-14.
Because we had 11. Because then 12 and 13 we had
drafted Drew.
2010. What? 2009 and 10.
Was that right off? Nah, that would be right after the Super Bowl.
That was 2 years after the Super Bowl.
Okay, because my rookie year, y'all went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so it was 2 years after we won the Super Bowl. But sure, we was always 11-5, 12-4. So I'm pretty sure we was about 11-5, 12-4.
I can't even imagine that locker room with you, Vinny, Stonzo, Rob Freeney, like y'all just looking around, y'all 0-5, then 0-8.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
This
week is the week. Every week, this week is the week. Nah, this week is the week. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, we like the names that you just named, man. There was some great guys, and hats off to Coach Caldwell, right? Because I feel as though it was 0-5, 0-6, 0-7, and you know it better than anybody. Coaches could have came in there with the buttholes tight, attitudes completely different, not talking to you. It could have been a crazy situation in the building, but it was a total opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like we can still come to work. We're gonna work. And the crazy thing about it, if you look at the games, we were in a lot of the games. I'm talking about losing by
Carolina
field.
that year. It came down to the last few plays.
Yeah, so
that was Cam rookie year. Hold on, say that again.
So it was like, we was losing by a field goal, we was losing by a touchdown. So it wasn't like we was out there just getting our butts whooped. Yeah. But it was just one of them tough times. But come Monday, it was like, damn, here we go again. You know what I'm saying? So it was ugly. It was ugly. And then when you sitting there and seeing like, okay, 0-10, 0-11, 0-12. Now all you thinking about, like, look, I'm not trying to go down in history as 0-16. We just need one.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So I think Jacksonville will win a game, but I don't see it tonight.
So you don't see it tonight. I mean, the Bengals coming off another impressive victory, and I feel like a lot of times the Bengals win it because we're so used to the Bengals being, I wouldn't say like that bad, because Andy Dalton had them, a lot of decent years, but we just don't expect them to be winners. So when they win, like they went out and beat the Steelers last week, and a lot of people always put it and look at the other team like, oh, they played better, they did this. But I think the Bengals are making some strides. Obviously, you got Joe Burrow there. He's, as advertised. Jamar Chase, same thing. You got a lot of weapons on offense. Defense is playing well. Jesse Bates will be out this game, though.
Yeah, he will be.
All pro caliber safety. T. Higgins is out again, but they still got weapons on offense. I just think short week, prime, like these are those type of games where some shit that you don't expect happens. So nobody expects the Jaguars to win. I'm gonna take the Jaguars with the points.
Yeah, I'm not going to even think that deep into it. I'm not going to think that deep into it. I got the Bengals. I got them covering the spread. I get what you're saying. Thursday, short week, but short week, man. You're gonna do what we do. We got to be better at what we do than what you do, and Bengals gonna be way better than the Jags.
All right, we're gonna see. Let's go, Trevor Lawrence. I'm banking on you. I'm gonna miss probably the first half of this game because I'm gonna go to this Connecticut Sun game, and then when I leave there, I'm gonna go over to the sports book and check out that second half. But Trevor Lawrence, man, these rookie quarterbacks are struggling. But I we'll see if he can figure it out, especially without Jesse out there picking on him.
So you talking about?
We got some good games this week, man.
Some great games, and we can get it. We can get into that. You talking about quarterbacks? Let's look at these league leaders in passing yards, though. Who up here is the most surprising?
The most surprising. You know what? Shit, nope. Well, Derek Carr, obviously. I would say Derek Carr from this list, because this list. I think most people expected Stafford to be good and put up numbers in that offense out there in LA. Justin Herbert, I expect him, especially those weapons, I expect him to, be a guy who's up here. Kyler Murray, once again, dark horse MVP for a lot of people. Brady, whole team coming back. Derek Carr, I don't think people saw Derek. I mean, if you have an MVP race right now, Derek Carr got to be in your top three. Got to be. So I think Derek Carr will be the most surprising on that list right there for sure. What you think?
Man, I mean, you can make an argument for everybody. Like, you can even say Brady. Like, Brady coming in year 36, and he's still the number 2, passing leader in the league. And you can say that, like you say, Derek Carr, he's definitely a good quarterback, but to say that, he will be leading the league coming into week 4 at 1,200 yards. And that's only 3 weeks of football. So just imagine if he keeps this pace, we
got 17 weeks this year too. So
exactly. So this is going to be crazy, but we got some good quarterback play. His first three games of the year, And I'm just anxious to see, if guys are going to be able to man,
Okay, I lost you about 15. All right, there you go. You good.
other than
But
that, man, some good ball.
yeah, we're gonna see. And I'm thinking now I'm going back a little bit, but back to that Bucks at Patriots game. So I forget what year it was, and 1 year Peyton came back because Brady's like 60 something yards away from breaking the all time passing record. It's like this shit always ends up this way with these quarterbacks. So 1 year Peyton came back and he was a few yards away. He was supposed to break the all time passing record against us.
Yeah.
And I caught him, picked him off in the fourth. I don't know if you were still here. Were you still there?
Now, yeah.
I think this may have been. It wasn't the first time he came back. The first time
I was gone then.
Okay,
I was gone.
Okay, we had got him. He was literally 3 yards away with like 6 minutes left in the fourth, and I picked him off on the crossing route. And then our offense held the ball the whole time. That's when Talib, I think he poked DA in the eye or some shit, and Vinny kicked the game-winning field goal. But Brady, when he passes, because he's gonna throw for 68 yards.
Yeah.
He about to go. That's just crazy to me how history, it should be repeating itself. It should really be bro, how does shit line up like this, bro? It's through the year 36, and the game he go back to Gillette, he's 70 yards away from the record. So that's gonna be crazy for him to be that history. I'm intrigued to see how they celebrate him, in Gillette, but I'm sure they'll do it the right way.
But are we sure?
I'm sure because I feel like Kraft. I feel like the relationship with him and Kraft has always been, solid. And the thing about Robert Kraft is, hey, Belichick that's the man. That's the CEO. This is the guy that I'm gonna let him run the shit from top down when it comes to the football side of things. But Kraft, when he had relationships with players, and he gonna let them know how, and their personal relationships were different. But so I think Kraft gonna make sure, the Kraft family is gonna make sure, that it's done right for Tommy boy. But yeah, it's gonna be a good one, man. It's gonna be a lot of eyes on that game. Obviously, prime time.
Yeah.
Patriots. They're a class A1 organization, so they know how to do business, right?
Nah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. We're talking about it's gonna be some good games this week, man. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna jump into some of these games, man. We got the Washington football team, a 1.5 point favorite at Atlanta. It's gonna be a tough one right here. Who you got?
I'm going with Atlanta again, back-to-back weeks. I tell you, Atlanta last week against the Giants. I'm taking them again against the football team. Football team look like some frauds right now.
Yeah, they do, man. And
real fraudulent.
I know I was on the table with the top 5 defense out there in Washington,
man. A lot of people had them winning that division.
Yeah. But shit, the way Cowboys playing, man. I don't know. Man, we got the Detroit Lions, Chicago. Coach Nagy said all 3 quarterbacks might play this week. All 3.
I don't know where I'm going with this one.
I know where I'm going. What up, dude?
What up, dude? Damn, yeah. I mean, that's which way I'm leaning, because the Lions, if you look at it, regardless of the score, if you watch the Lions play this year, they've been competitive in every game. Obviously, came down to a record-breaking field goal last week against Baltimore Ravens, and this Bears team. I mean, I feel like that game was so bad that you almost gotta act like it didn't happen. That's how bad this shit. That can't be a sign of, he can't be that bad. 1 net passing yard, 40-something yards of offense. You almost gotta kind of don't let that cloud your judgment too much going into this game. So I gotta think about this one a little bit more. I'm not gonna let him get me with this one. You said what?
I said it happened.
It
happened, bro. I understand, but that's ugly, man. But even you going into the week, right? And you hear your head coach say all 3 quarterbacks are going to play.
That's wild. It's week 4 right now. Like, come on, man.
So how are they getting these reps in practice this week?
I mean,
You only got, I say what, you got about 12 plays a period?
yeah. Yeah, it's not a lot of reps for y'all. For y'all that don't know, it's not a lot of reps. And these quarterbacks, obviously AB been around some great ones. I've been around some great ones. The quarterbacks, they like to take all them reps, like
Oh,
all
yeah.
of them. You know what I mean? If you got 12 reps in the period, you may get a backup one, maybe two. But they want all those reps. So for you to go into a game as a quarterback, now I don't know what conversation he's had with them privately. Maybe he said, "Hey, we're gonna stick with Fields or Dalton's. You're gonna be guy." Or, "Hey, Nick, we're gonna give you a shot." Who knows what the hell he said behind closed doors? But all the outside noise right now, which we know as players, it shouldn't mean anything. But it's a lot when you turn on the TV and everybody's saying your coach should be fired. Your head coach don't deserve a job, and we talking about a game that I'm saying, hey, I gotta act like it didn't even happen. So if for you to come out and then stand in front of a podium and say some shit like that, man, it's I don't know. At this point, Nagy might be sabotaging his own self on purpose. I don't know.
Hey, man, it's rough. And, to go back to last week's game, and I don't want to harp on that too much. But, to put the young boy out there, and like I said it before the game, I said, don't put him out there this game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, I'm with you now. I'm with you now. I'm all about learning under fire and doing all that shit. But if you gonna put him in,
in that type of
just wait. I'll wait till you fired.
and that's and, yeah.
Hold on.
Damn, come on, Spectrum.
All right, there you go. Back,
but I'm like, I don't care how strong you are mentally as a player, you can't continue to go through that week in and week out, right? Now, I've seen the best ones go through a stretch and they go through it. So as a young quarterback coming in, you know what I'm saying, as a rookie, and you getting your butt whooped like that week in and week out, that's going to do something to your confidence.
And it's going to do something to your confidence in your coach, your play caller. Like you gotta put me in a situation. You gotta protect me essentially. Like even like Richard Sherman, right? Hall of Fame player. He's gonna be thrown back in. Like this is something that he's probably never dealt with in his football career, going this long away from a team and then getting kind of thrown in a real fire. Because week 4, teams are kind of, getting the legs and they know who they are. Even with him, like I want my coach to, hey, don't just have me out here on no island like 0-0. Like, nah, don't do that. So as a young player, you got to have all the trust in the world in your play call and your head coach that, hey, you're not going to have a bunch of 5-man protections against Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney. Like that's malpractice at that point. So like you said, it definitely does a lot for his confidence. Maybe not so much in himself, because as players, you always got to have that confidence in yourself. But in the shit that's going on around you, you putting Jason Peters, 39-year-old ass on the island against that freak show over there, 95. So
like you said, man.
You got to do better.
He said, "Shit, I was just fishing 3 weeks ago."
Y'all got me off the boat. Help me, me, please.
Hey, but like I said, what up, though? That's why I got Detroit Lions, man. It's ugly over there in Chi-Town, man.
Divisional game, it's ugly right now. But I'm gonna act like that game didn't happen. I'm gonna hit you with the men in black. What other games we got out here, man?
Hold on. We got
Let me get a good. You got to put a good one up there. Let's see a good one. Oh my God,
hey, we got the Tennessee Titans at the Jets. I think it's gonna be a quick one, man. I know I got Tennessee gonna win this one. They're gonna cover as well.
I can see it. Julio might be out too, though. Julio, AJ Brown.
I ain't worried about it. Hey, this is gonna be a good one. Carolina at Dallas.
The undefeated Carolina Panthers.
But they got Dallas favorite, 4.5-point favorite. Dallas Cowboys, they're playing good. Defense is flying around. Dak got that offense looking good. Hey, they might know something.
You know, well, we know. Okay, so the Panthers are undefeated. They've beaten the Texans, Saints. And who do they open up with? Jets. Yeah, Texans.
Yeah, Jets.
Saints.
Yep.
Um, and Sam Darnold's looked good up until this point. So good that I've apologized to him a couple times, and I think I'm gonna end up taking that apology back a few weeks from now. Now he'll be without Christian McCaffrey, and they're going to be without their star cornerback that they drafted, J.C. Horn, who was playing outside and inside, which is a big role in that defense. Still got some hellified pass
They got some
rushers and
dogs over there.
very good defense that's flying around. Phil Snow, defense coordinator Phil Snow, got the boy playing at a high level. But this Cowboys team, man, finally, because every time you turn on some sports news, media outlets, it's the Cowboys talk, and they sucked for so long, and now they look good, man. Dak looks better than ever. He looks better than ever, and his defense, even without their top dog, DeMarcus Lawrence, they look good. They're turning the ball over. Trevon Diggs looks great at the cornerbacks. Michael Parsons, those linebackers, Smith, and those guys are running around making plays. So I'm actually excited about this Cowboys team, man. They look damn good. So I think I'm gonna take them with the points this week.
No, I agree with you, man. The Dallas Cowboys look good. Carolina Panthers look good.
Yeah,
I think coming into the season, one of the things that people were worried about on the Cowboys team was their defense. They out there
yeah,
flying around. They simplified the defense. The guys, you can tell the guys are playing faster. They're not out there thinking.
yes,
And when a player can do that, when a player can just go out there and just play fast and don't have to think too much, a player can be who now a player can use their instincts. You know what I mean? This game is
mm-hmm.
about instincts. So I like what I'm seeing out of the Dallas Cowboys, but then again, like I said, them Carolina Panthers, man, I don't think anybody expected them to coming out of the season being 3-0. Sam Darnold playing well.
Yep,
So I think this is gonna be one of them picks. It's gonna come late Saturday for me.
yeah. So you see, it's being a close. The Cowboys just beat. They just smacked that. They just smacked Philly on
Philly.
prime time. Yeah, I think these boys look good, man. These boys, I ain't gonna lie. These boys look good. I'm excited to watch them. Dak just looks. He just, how sometimes you get injured and then you see the game from a different perspective and then you miss and you work your ass off and you get back out. Like I just feel like Dak, since his career started, he's gotten better every year progressively, but you didn't really know what to expect coming off that injury. So to see him looking this good, the OC, he's been calling some great games. I want to say Dak was he leads the league, I believe, in completion percentage over 70%. And then Dan Quinn, I had some question marks on Dan Quinn, because he didn't do great out there in Atlanta after having that great LOB defense out there in Seattle. And now you see it, like I said, a lot of people didn't expect this from this Cowboys defense, especially when you lose a guy like DeMarcus Lawrence up front. So what they're doing out there in Dallas, man, I'm excited about it. Man. I can't believe it. I'm on the Dallas. Dallas might win 11, 12 games this year.
We're
What
gonna
you
see if
said?
they can. We can see if we can hold up. It's only week 3, so we gotta.
Facts. It's
It's a
early.
long
It's early.
season. Long
It's early.
season. Um, what's up? Another good game. The divisional matchup that I'm excited to see. Arizona Cardinals at
This
LA
line,
Rams.
this line surprised me a little bit. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
Rams favorite 4.5. Cardinals going on the road. Divisional matchup. Always play each other tough. Rams coming off a good win. A good win.
Very good win.
Two
It's a good team.
two good quarterbacks leading their offenses, and you got 2 solid defenses as well. How you like this matchup?
Like I said, I was surprised by this line. Not that the Rams are favorite. A lot of people put them up at number 1 in the power rankings last week. I'm gonna temper I'm not. I'm still high on them, but I know that Bucks team they played was banged up in the secondary, and I really like this secondary out in Arizona. They make plays. So I think this game will be closer. I do not think the Rams cover that 5 points. I'm not sure who's gonna win this one yet. It's gonna be a Saturday pick for me.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
this is
gonna be
gonna be a good
Saturday.
one right here. It's gonna be a good one. I
But it's
know.
gonna be a good one, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I picked against the Cardinals. I think it was opening week. And one of my brothers over there texted me after the game with the little emoji eyes.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So, definitely gonna be a good one, man. Like you said, two good teams, two well coached teams, two quarterbacks that's playing at a very, very high level. So,
They're both in the top 5, right? That you put up
yeah, both
earlier.
in
I
the
got
top five.
yeah.
Yep, both
Mm-hmm.
top five. You know, passing leaders. So we're gonna see.
Yeah.
Another divisional game. We're gonna see.
Who we got? You got that spectrum over
Action.
there. Okay, there we go.
Seattle. That's San Fran. San Fran.
Seattle
Favorite
coming off
by
back-to-back
3.
losses.
How does Seattle come in? How they react? How they bounce back? Or do they
How
bounce back?
do they bounce back on the road? I mean, the quarterback edge is going to go to Seattle
Oh,
here.
for you, it's San Fran. I
It's going. Hey, Jimmy G did look good last week when it counted most. Who does Seattle? I mean, San Fran. Did they get anybody back this week? I don't know.
um,
I don't know about this one, man. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know about this one. This could go
but
either way
but
too.
my spectrum was messing up. I know when you was about to say like the quarterback, it goes to who? It goes to who? My spectrum was messing up. I couldn't hear you.
This quarterback. It's gonna go. It goes. They get the edge. Russell Wilson and the Seattle. Actually, no. It's not time yet. It's not time to go back. The quarterback edge here goes to San Fran. Jimmy G looked great. He put his team in position to win the ball game last week. He gave him the lead with 37 seconds left. Defense get a damn stop. We win the ball game. Now I think Shanahan starts to sprinkle in a little more Trey Lance into the offense.
Okay.
I don't like this 3-point. It should be like one of those 1.5 point line games. I guess maybe because San Fran's at home, they're giving them that extra love. I don't know. It's gonna be a Saturday pick though.
Yeah, another tough one. Another tough one, man. I like this week of ball, man. There's a lot of
A
tough
good
games,
game.
some good games going on. For me,
And you
man,
see
I don't know.
teams trying to create their identities too. You know, this is kind of
And this where it
okay. Got to
starts.
figure out.
This is where
Yeah.
it starts. Week 4, 5, and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can really see who's the contender, who's pretenders. Like this when you really get that talk. So another good matchup. Baltimore at Denver. Denver undefeated. Baltimore's what? What's Baltimore? 2-1?
2-1. Yeah, they lost to the Raiders. That was it. Oh, every
2-1.
game has been a damn. I see why this line is so close. They don't know how to set the line with Baltimore. This probably be the game they win by 12. But good one. Another good ball game. Vic Fangio. I think the Broncos are like top 2 or 3 against the run, and then the Ravens, as expected, are the top team running the ball. So it's gonna be a good game, man. In Mile High.
I got
Damn,
Broncos this game.
Tucker might hit a 70-yard. Tucker might break his NFL record this week out there in Mile High.
Shit only lasts for 1 week.
You go to Broncos, huh?
Yeah, I might go Broncos here.
Okay, yeah, this a little tougher game for me to pick. I ain't gonna lie.
I might go Broncos here. I think you said it. Big fans on that defense, man. I think they have what it takes. Like you said, at top against the run, on the back end, and again, like I want to do a video on if you got the personnel, the way you could be a cover 4 team and you could do some damage. With your front seven, when you're able to stop the run with your front seven, and you don't got to bring that extra safety down in the box. There's so much other stuff that you can do in the secondary to take away receivers, and then especially when you have somebody on the sideline who can put their players in positions to be successful, right? I think that goes a long way, and I would just say as far as the OC, and Baltimore Roman and going against Vic.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but there, hold on, that's spectrum right now. But what about when Denver has the ball and that Denver offense led by Teddy Two Gloves against this Ravens defense?
Hey, look at here. The Ravens defense haven't been looking like the old Ravens defense. They're still good, but in my eyes, they don't look like the old Ravens defense. Maybe, I don't know if it's Marcus Peters being a vocal leader and, going out there, but I like what Teddy Two Gloves and them are doing out there right now. And what I like about what Baltimore's, they're playing complementary football. And as you know, we both talk about that all the time, playing off one another, offensively, defensively, and the special teams playing good. I'm going to just take Denver on this game right here.
I mean, it's not a bad pick either way. What I will say, just a little up into this game, these teams have had very different schedules. So the Ravens, they came out with that Raiders game, a Monday nighter, who was great, crazy game, and then they go and beat the Chiefs, which is obviously a big game for them, big game for Lamar, and then you have a nail biter with Detroit, who's been paying everybody tough. The Broncos, they play the Giants, trash. Last week they Jets, trash. Who do they play in between that and week 2? I think their combined opponent's record may be like 0-9 right now.
I mean, so that ain't Broncos' fault. They just play.
I'm just saying. So they've been looking great on both sides of the ball, but the Ravens are already kind of battle tested right now going into this game. So I might be leaning over there with 8, man.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, either way, man.
We got Broward legends on both sides of this game. We got 8 and 5 over there, Hollywood and Lamar, and then over in Denver we got the young boys 13 P2 over there. So I'm excited for these young boys, man. Shout out 954.
Hey, look, either way, man, it's gonna be a good one, good matchup. That's all we can ask for. And I think you mentioned Kansas City, man. They just had a huge pickup. We kind of talked about this earlier on Monday. Well, yeah, we talked about it on Monday. You was like, would I take a chance on Josh Gordon? Like, no question. Shit, he reinstated, no question.
The rich get richer.
Right. So how do you think this will help Kansas City's offense? You got Tyreek Hill, you got Kelsey. Now you got Josh Gordon.
It's kind of what we talked about with Sherman. How old is Gordon? He got to be what, like around
30, maybe early 30, maybe early 30, late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah, and I think it's easier to come in after some missed time and play receiver than it is DB, so it's different than the Sherman situation. And when you coming into an offense that you got Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce that the defense got to worry about every week, I mean, if Josh Gordon is your third option and he's anywhere close to what we saw him, when he used – it's been a while. It's been a minute. You got to take a chance on that, though. They've been looking for, that second receiver to step up and really, be consistent and make plays. Man, if Josh Gordon, we fast forward 5-6 weeks from now, and obviously all his off-the-field shit is in order, I can just imagine the headaches he can cause other defense. But I was just as excited when they signed Le'Veon Bell, though, honestly. So it could be a situation where it looks great on paper, but it don't pan out. But I'm leaning towards this shit working out and it not looking good for the rest of the league, personally.
Yeah. Man, and obviously here you can see they favored by 7 against Philly, against your Philly team when you're quarterback. But like you said,
Hurts has a bounce back week this week.
You think?
Yeah, I think you heard him speak after the game. He said, "Hey, man, you got to treat that game like taking the shit, man. You ain't gonna sit there and stare at it. You flush that shit down. You keep on moving." So
it sounds good.
Down and keep moving, man. They're gonna be at home. They're gonna be at home in the link. Chiefs coming off a tough loss. shoot, back-to-back tough losses now, so they're gonna get the Chiefs' best.
Man, Chiefs gonna put 55 on them boys. It's gonna get ugly out there. I don't care what you talk about, man. Chiefs is gonna get ugly out there. Man, they gonna whoop their ass in the link. They gonna somebody they gonna be in the link. They gonna whoop their ass in the link. You talking about Philly fan? You think Philly doing Ben Simmons
man.
bad? Man, watch how they do Philly today, this Sunday, man, when the Chiefs come through there.
Yeah, I'm not betting on Philly this week. I tell you that damn much. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs actually come out, win, and cover this week. I wouldn't be surprised by that. But I think Hurt still does come out and play better, though. He played bad last week. That offense, that team played bad last week. Oh, man. Who else we got this week, man?
Man, we can go to our mob, man. Indianapolis.
Man.
At
the
Miami,
winless
man.
Indianapolis Colts.
They got my man Marlon Mack on the trading block. They agreed to look for a team interested in a trade. So we're gonna see how that goes. Indy going down to Miami. Miami is 1.5 point favorite. Quentin Nelson might be out this week. Carson Wentz, I know he's still hobbled. He had 2 sprained ankles.
And I heard yesterday that Sam Ellinger was taking the majority of the snap. We just talked about quarterback snaps and practice, how important that is. So not Eason, but Ellinger was taking some of the one snap. That's what I heard from a little birdie out there in Indy. So we'll see how that quarterback situation unfolds. And shoot, our former quarterback, Jacoby Brissett, he'll be leading the Dolphins out at home after coming off a tough overtime loss against the Raiders last week. Can the Colts start 0-4? And if they do, what type of noise starts coming out down there?
Man, bro, this is tough.
Yeah.
This is tough. This is like a parent at a rec league game. Your son or your daughter playing, their first year in whatever sport it is. And you like, I just want my son or my daughter to go out there and have a good time. But then you start to see it. They getting their brakes beat off of them. And you just had that conversation. You had that conversation with the coach. Like, look, I ain't gonna be mad at you if you don't put my son or my daughter in the game. Like talking about
it. So you feel like that about who you feel like that about though? The Wentz?
Man, look, we have a good. I feel as though we have a good team, right? You like on paper, feel as though you can check off a lot of the spots, right? But sometimes, like you say, situations are situations, right? How it go?
And I just
feel as though in this situation right now, again, not having an easy schedule. These first 5 or 6 weeks are gonna be tough. And then we're dealing with injuries.
I mean, you get to this point in the season, man. It can go one or two ways.
Yes, it can.
It can go one or two ways. And like you said, you talked about a good team. I think we also got, some high character guys in the building. Guys that I know, guys that all over that building. And once you start losing, it definitely can get tough. The outside noise, some of the internal noise, and even it kind of goes even the Wentz situation in that Rams game. Still, this is still a thing for me, and I've gotten to it with teammates before when it comes, because everybody's different about playing through injuries and shit, different thresholds and shit like that. But game on the line. You got some bad sprained ankles. You got to go out there and play quarterback and basically not throw an interception and try to get us in the range and you don't. and then the following week, your ass back out there playing. You know, I'm kind of looking at, you know, it's a little different.
Nah,
And that,
I'm with you. I think
you
I
know what I
told you.
mean?
I think I told you a story about a conversation I had with a teammate. It was something similar,
Mm-hmm.
but man, I don't know, man. For me,
Hold on. I gotta hear this. I can't let Spectrum get in the way of this. But all
yeah.
right, there
So
you
I'm
go.
back. I'm
Yeah.
back. So I'm like, it's a tough one for me because I feel like, and I want to say that the coach are gonna go in there and handle business, right? That they're not gonna go 0-4. But then on the flip side, you know, we might have a new quarterback coming in and playing like that. That concerns me.
Let me tell you right now, if Carson Wentz not playing this game, we're not winning this game.
And that's why I say it concerns
That's the
me.
reality of it. Because the quarterback that we would need to is playing for the other team. Jacoby Brissett is going to be starting for the other team, and if it's Jacoby Brissett versus Sam Ellinger or Hunley or Eason, Brissett's going to win that game. The Dolphins are going to win that game. Well coached, good defense. You know, some playmakers on offense. So we need Carson Wentz to play. We need to play well. We need the offense line to protect them, and
We need to lean on that run game.
we need to run the fucking ball more. Like we got to
Yeah,
run the
lean on
damn
that run
ball,
game.
bro. You got to run the ball. You got Taylor. You got Hines. You know who you pay. Who Hines? He got to get more touch. Like no, you got to lean on that and then go from there. We don't have a dog out there receiver who we don't have T.Y. out there who you know every week is gonna show up and be a number one. You got some guys that can, you know, flash here and there. Zach is good. Pittman, you know, he has the attributes or whatever, but lean on the damn run game, help your offensive line out, and when you get in the red zone, convert, score touchdowns. You're
It's
not gonna win the
easy.
ball game with field goals, and their defense, we just got to execute get stops, bro. Like it's as simple as that, man. Everybody just
Football.
got to look at each other to a man, and
Yeah.
shit,
Football
it is
not
what it
hard.
is.
You think they having them players only meeting already?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
1,000%. You got to, man. You got to. Like I said, I know some of the cats there. Like it's some good football players, some high character guys that first and foremost gonna look in the mirror. I think
Yeah.
that's where it starts. Like as a coach, as a player, you look in the mirror and it's like, hey man, what can I do
What can
better?
I do
You know,
better? Yeah.
what can I do better first and foremost, and then I look around and say, all right, how can I help the people around me and vice versa? That's what needs to happen. And still a long season. Still a long season.
Yeah,
We
for
got
sure.
14
For
games
sure.
left. But they got to get the 1-0. That's their mantra in that building, 1-0. So this
Yeah.
got to be the first week, but they got to get the 1-0.
And then
But the
and
quarterback got to
again,
get out there and play and stay healthy.
and as BA used to say, I need my big time players. I need y'all to be big time. And that's it. My 5-star.
I need my 5-star guys to be out there and
Yeah,
be
my
5-star players.
My 5-star guys got to play like 5 stars. No 4 stars, no 3 stars. I need you to show up. So we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. We got another one, man. We got another good matchup Monday night. Another two quarterbacks that was on the top 5 passing leaders in the league right now.
The division game too.
Yeah, Las Vegas.
We got hold on, I can't hear you. Las Vegas Raiders at the LA Chargers.
Yeah.
LA Chargers coming off a huge win, divisional win against, you know, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Justin Herbert, you know, phenomenal young quarterback. Who would have saw that coming? Derek Carr caught a lot of people by surprise so far this year. Hopefully they get Jacobs back too on that Raiders sideline. But Chiefs, they've been struggling somewhat against the run. That's one of their weak points against that run. But this is gonna be a good game, man. Yeah. It's gonna be a good game. Chargers favored by 3 points. I'm excited. I'm glad that we're wrapping up the week with this one because I want everybody to be watching this one right here. Which way you going in this one?
I don't know. It's gonna be another Saturday, but I definitely would think I would take Raiders against the spread.
Raiders getting those points. They are they're undefeated ball club.
I would definitely get them again. I would pick them against the spread money line. I'm not sure yet. I might go with the Raiders on here. I might. The Chargers, man, they They got a good young quarterback.
Raiders might be undefeated against the spread this year. No, they didn't cover last week. They won but didn't cover.
I might go with the Raiders on this one, DBut.
You know where I'm going. You know where I'm going money line. I'm going with the Chargers at home money line. Those points, though, I'm a little concerned about them points. 3 points, Chargers way. I'll see about I'll see about that one. But I'm going with Herb Street.
Okay.
I'm going with Herb Street. Justin Herbert at home. I'm going with Herb Street.
We're gonna see.
The biggest thing with them, like I said, stopping the run first and foremost. Clean up the penalties. Clean up the penalties, Charge. If y'all clean up and you got a first-year head coach, so that comes from good coaching and discipline and good leadership, accountability from the players. But you got to clean those penalties up. And they get bad penalties at bad times. Bad time. We got any questions from the we ain't get no
Nah, we ain't get no mail back. Well, we did get one from Pepe.
Okay. Anything good in the comments? I can't see the comment section. I'm on the phone.
Ain't really not too much. They talking no real good questions though. I haven't seen anything.
Okay.
But we did the passing leaders. Let's look at these rushing leaders, league leaders in the rushing yards. Obviously, man, we got the Beast, Derrick Henry, we got Mixon, Chubb, Lamar Jackson, and David Montgomery. No surprises here at all.
Mixon surprised me.
Yeah.
If I coming into the Heat, I got him on a couple of my fantasy teams. I expect him to get a bunch of touches, but I didn't expect him to be a top 2 rusher going to week 4 with that O-line. Yeah, so if they had to be one guy on here, I would say Mixon. Then shoot, even Montgomery with that Dallas. Not Dallas, the Chicago. That's only 200 yards. Yep. That's a surprise. Lamar up here with 251. I think Lamar actually right now is leading the league in yards per carry and yards per completion, I believe, which has never been done before. So shout out
Lamar, man. Lamar having a good year right now, man. Shout out to the young boy, man. We do have a question right here from Chase Warwick. Hopefully I pronounce your last name right. Is being called a zone corner an insult? DBut, I'll let you take that. You play the corner position.
I mean, depending on how you take it. I mean, if you're playing his own defense, I mean that's what it is. Some people will definitely use it as a knock against you. I remember a lot of arguments was, Revis, Pat Peterson, Richard Sherman. A lot of people will go with Pat P and Revis, because they follow guys. They were on that island, and Sherman played in a zone concept, but he mastered it. He mastered what he did in that zone. He knew exactly how he was going to be attacked, and he carved out a first ballot Hall of Fame career, in my opinion. So it can be an insult. They try to come at Trey White with some of the same things, but in this league, zone, man, whatever, you still got to win your matchups. You still got to read your keys, anticipate, and make plays. And if you're consistently making plays and changing the game, it could be viewed as an insult, but I'll say not so much. But if somebody's saying it to you and they don't really know ball like that, yeah, it's an insult.
Yeah, I agree.
To answer your question.
We got another leaderboard. League leaders, man, receiving yards. Cooper Kupp. We got Samuel out there in San Fran. We got Cooks out there in Houston. We got Lockett and D. Adams tied for 4th. I know I got one surprise for sure. Brandon Cooks out there.
Brandon Cooks. Yeah, Brandon Cooks. Which I feel like Brandon Cooks, he slept on year in, year out, number one. He's been a good receiver for a while, but I think, if you look at that team,
right,
we should have known, who else they're going to be throwing the ball to down the field. I got him on the fantasy team as well, but yeah, shout out to B. Cook. So 3. Cooper Kupp, though, I wouldn't expect him to be leading the league right now. So that's a surprise, too.
Cooper Kupp, man.
I wouldn't expect it.
I think
Sauce
he's a
got that
sleeper.
sauce.
Like he tough, man. He's a good receiver, man. Route running wise, he's tough after the catch.
Sauce.
I
If
like
I'm
him,
playing
man.
against 10, I gotta
What you
have my
doing?
hands on him all game. I gotta have my hands on him. It's no it's kind of like he's faster than Wes Welker. Wes Welker was a little more, he's probably a little better in like tight space in the phone booth, but the savviness along with the play calling and the formations that they put him in, and you got a quarterback like Stafford. But he was eating with golf too, but he
Yeah,
just consistently creates that separation and knows how to run. And he always got like a little wrinkle to routes. Like you'll see
yeah,
route most of the time, NFL, guys do a lot of the same things just from different positions. Some shit you see with him, you only see him run those routes. So
yeah,
with guys like that, I gotta smell your breath all game.
yeah, man.
But yeah,
He's
he doing
showing
his
out
thing.
right now, man.
He
We're gonna
doing
end
his
this thing
thing.
up. We're gonna end this thing on the defensive side of the ball. League. This is supposed to be INT leaders. Wilson and T. Diggs got 3. Samuel Jr., Reed, B. Murphy, Honey Badger, J.C. Jackson, M. Edwards, they all tied with 2, man. You got some ball hawks up here.
Shout out to Zont, man, the Man Pie alum's son. We talked about him on this pod. His pops is a ball hawk, and he's looking like very much of the same, man. J.C. Jackson doing what he does, what he's been doing.
Honey
Honey
Badger.
Badger, yeah, and Trevon Diggs out there in Dallas. My scout report on him was he was going to be raw, and as he got going, though, he was going to make. I saw him being a league leader in picks pretty early on in his career. Been a former Alabama wide receiver and returner. Yeah, his ball skills. We know what his brother is in this league, Stephon, another man-to-man alum. So yeah, he made that pick six he had last week was so sweet.
Oh yeah, I mean, and if you watch film and you get that split, I mean, you thinking 2 things. You thinking some type of under route that, if you playing zone, you ain't worried about it. Maybe a over route where you gonna have to squeeze that shoulder, or the route that you got. It's a reason why he in the cut split to give him that room to run that route. And you always say if you catch it,
crib that thing. Yeah, he anticipated it, and more important than anything, he finished it. He picked it and finished the play in the end zone. And he had that cut split against the Chargers too, and picked off, like you said, that over route against Keenan Allen. That's a route you rarely see picked off in man-to-man coverage. So undercut that thing, made it play. Big reason, that Dallas Cowboys defense is doing what they're doing this year. So shout out to them cats getting their hand on that pill, man.
Man. For sure. So look, man, we appreciate y'all as always, man, tapping in with us, man. DBut out there in Connecticut, man, making them bogus picks out there, them bogus bets. Man, it's a good Thursday. I want y'all to have a good rest of the week, man. Y'all tap in with us on Saturday. We're going to have our official picks, the man-to-man picks. We've been doing that week in and week out. There you go. There goes pick. There you go, the FanDuel Sportsbook.
Mohegan Sun, FanDuel, we out here. Yeah.
Man, so again, man, y'all go tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button. Y'all rock with us. Go over there and join Pat and the boys. I know they on now, man, so we appreciate y'all, as always.
Out here.
We out.